Hello, everyone. Welcome to this presentation on the 2021 edition of Josoor Institute's Diploma in Sports Management and Major Events Management. My name is Michele Petocchi. I work in business development at Josoor, and I will be coordinating this session. After a short introduction about Josoor Institute, for those of you who are not familiar with Josoor, I will hand over the floor to Professor Dino Rappa, the academic director of the diploma program, to Professor Antonio Palmieri, director of the sports management section of the program, and to Professor Deborah Raccagni, director of the events management program. And then to Swati Prasad, our education manager and colleague at Bocconi and Josoor Institute. I see Deborah has joined. One housekeeping item for those of you who would like to follow this session in Arabic. If you go to the bottom right of the page, you will find the simultaneous interpretation function, and you will have to select French. It is not going to be French, it's going to be Arabic, but it happened to be French on Zoom. So again, thank you very much everyone for joining us today. I'm very glad, my colleagues and I are very glad that we have a great number of participants with us today. And we look forward to staying in touch with you during the session if you have questions, and after the session via email and other channels of communication. The session is being recorded for those who may want to watch it afterwards. And together with me from Josoor, Vasco Kurjan, in charge of education and training, Swati that I mentioned, and other colleagues who work with us on the diploma program. If you allow me to start with the first slide, this is a general recap of why Josoor exists. Josoor exists because the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy was created, and with the vision of producing a generation of professionals in the sports and events industry in Qatar and the Greater MENA region, and the mission, of course, to deliver an amazing World Cup 2022. Our strategic objectives as Josoor Institute: first, we would like to become the reference in the region for sports and events management as the sports and events industries grow over the coming years. Second, we are going to be part of the successful delivery of the FIFA World Cup 2022 by developing local and regional talent. And more in general, on the long term, following the World Cup, we will be continuing to contribute to creating talent for Qatar and the region in a sector of the economy that is going to be of increasing importance. But more importantly, I would love to welcome our team, our colleagues at SDA Bocconi School of Management, and to hand over the floor to Professor Dino Rappa. Dino, over to you. Welcome to the session. So Dino is going to tell us a little bit more about Bocconi University in general and SDA Bocconi School of Management, and more specifically on the goals and general content of the diploma program.
Thank you very much, Michele. Thank you to the Josoor Institute team. It's a great pleasure and honor to be part of this meeting, virtual meeting. And also it's a great pleasure also to represent SDA Bocconi and the rest of the team that will talk later, in particular Professor Raccagni and Professor Palmieri. I'd like to start the SDA Bocconi presentation from this
Change the slides.
image. So we are.
You'll be sharing. You're sharing, right?
Yes, but if I don't hear him, I don't know when I'm supposed to change the slide.
The image that you see.
Can somebody join with Dino's audio?
And I'd like to start with this new campus that was just opened a few months ago, actually in January 2020. So I like to give you the idea that there is a campus where people study and research sport and event management. And I like to say, presenting the diploma programs, that you need to have an image of a bridge between Milan and Doha. Milan is a vibrant city when we talk about sport. In fact, we talk about the, you know, there is a football city here. It's a football city with AC Milan, with Inter Milan. But we also have the next, we are organizing the next Winter Olympic Games in 2026. And many events also from the what we call major events. So we had Expo in 2015, other events related to luxury, fashion, and so on and so forth. So for this reason, we use the knowledge developed in the management world, applied and developed just studying and analyzing real cases, creating partnership and alliances with key organizations, and all this kind of knowledge, more theoretical and more practical, is brought into the programs. And Antonio and Deborah will talk about this later. But let me just share a little bit of the numbers about Bocconi. As you see, we have a core faculty, so people with that are focused mainly and full-time on the development of knowledge. We have more than 110,000 alumni in more than 100 countries. And we also have a good representation in Qatar, Doha. So coming back to the idea and the image of the bridge. Another point that we want to share with you is about the rankings. So the following slide you will see some positions in the rankings. When you see these numbers, please consider that we are talking about 15,000 business school in the world. And we are proud to have good rankings, top 5, top 10, top 30, obviously depends on the institution. Maybe Financial Times, maybe Forbes, The Economist, the QS, or Bloomberg. But let me focus just on one key figure when we talk about rankings. It's basically the first two numbers of the Financial Times rankings, where Bocconi is ranked number 4 in Europe for customer education and number 5 worldwide. So basically, customer education means that we are able, in a very good position worldwide and at the European level, to partner with an institution and to deliver a custom program. So it's a program, it's a tailor-made for our partner. That's exactly what we do with Josoor Institute, with Qatar as a country, and with the idea to develop sport management and major event management diploma program that are customized for the need of the region, for the need of the country. So a couple of words about the overall structure of the professional diploma, and then I will leave the word to Antonio and Deborah. I like to say that sport and major events are two sides of the same coin. As you know, sport management cannot exist without events. So when we have the top tournaments, international tournaments, or even the league, football league, or other initiatives, world championships, and so on and so forth. So it can be a weekly event, can be a yearly event, or can be even more than that in terms of time frame. So sport management means understanding the ecosystem, but a piece of it is event management. And when we talk about event management, it's not only sport events. And we embrace this view of Josoor that major events management means also understanding arts, culture, entertainment, business, corporate events. Because if we think about the Football World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, there will be a series of events, not only football games, but cultural events or fans festival in the city center. So for these reasons and others, Josoor Institute and together with us, we are developing knowledge year by year on these two different paths that also will be useful also as a different kind of job profiles that we are able to develop. I would like to go to the next slide. And I leave the floor to I think to Josoor for this data, and then to my colleagues. Please, Michele, take the lead.
Thank you, Dino. Very briefly on on this slide to give the participants an idea of numbers of alumni of the diploma program over the years, and also an idea of the distribution of the groups in terms of gender and in terms of country of origin. Let me mute myself and hand it over to Antonio and Deborah. Thank you, Dino.
Thanks, Michele. Thanks to Professor Dino for his introduction about the diploma programs delivered here in Qatar in partnership with the Josoor Institute. It's my pleasure to act as a program director of the diploma program in sports management. Let me give you an overview of this diploma program. As this slide shows, this diploma program is composed of 6 blocks that will be delivered from February to November. Basically, each block lasts 5 days, 1 working week. We will start talking about the foundations of sport management in February. During this first block, various topics will be discussed, such as the ecosystem approach, the stakeholders, the player management. Go back, please, Michele. And the role of also the role of leaders. Then we will have the second block on sports marketing and sponsorship, where we'll deepen our understanding about how to increase revenue. Higher revenue enables sports organizations to invest more money in order to digitalize processes, activities, and resources. And so we will focus on the digital transformation in sport, Block 3 in June. Block 4 will be dedicated to sports finance and strategy in September. And then while we'll have the block number 5 on sports venues and event management. The last block number 6 at the end of November, aims at shedding light on the legal issues that sports managers have to know in order to manage the organizations in a sustainable way. You can go to the other slide, Michele, please. All the blocks are linked to each other with the main goal to create a unique learning experience for participants. Delegates will have the chance to interact not only with SDA Bocconi professors, but also with guest speakers who are leaders and practitioners in the sport industry. SDA Bocconi has a wide network which includes various international sports organizations like Formula One, FC Barcelona, FC Inter Milan, and in NBA, as well as relationship with leading local organizations like, for example, QSL and QFA. Delegates will increase their knowledge and skills step by step, piece by piece, thanks also to specific elements that are included in this program, such as the field visits and the final project. There are various organizations to be visited in Qatar, such as Aspire or specific sports infrastructures, like, for example, the stadiums. Regarding the final project, it is a group project and it aims at applying principles, knowledge, tools learned about the whole program. These are the main ingredients in order to create a unique learning experience for delegates. I leave the floor to my colleague, Deborah.
Okay, thank you very much, Antonio. Nice to virtually meet you all. I am Deborah Raccagni, Director of the Diploma Program in Major Event Management, a professional diploma which aims to train individuals who want to know the code of event design, planning, and implementation. As you might see from this slide, we have conceived a journey that starts with the exploration of the world of event, both in terms of its variety, in terms of models that can be applied for their management, considering the creativity and the operational part of it. To complete the framework, the program turns to a focus on people management and volunteering, and on marketing strategies that might be applied considering both the traditional and digital environment. And then in conclusion, it moves from the state of the art to the appraisal of the future of the event world and its trends. At the end of this journey, if we're gonna move to the following slide, Michele, please, you will be able to know the event ecosystem and its peculiarities. And so now to deal with different typologies of events as per industries, sport, cultural, arts related, business related, as per size, from a mega to local event, going through the major and the hallmarks ones. But at the same time, it's also per space, understanding how to execute an event, design and execute an event, moving from a stadium to an arena to public plaza, and also per places. As you might notice from this kind of picture, we're going to assume a multicultural approach with a deep focus also on the MENA region. Then you will also realize and discover how to select, manage, and engage the right team for your event, how to position and promote your event from a marketing perspective, and measuring its capability to create value for all the stakeholders that are involved. And especially considering the context that we are living and we have been experiencing, we are going, so we cannot avoid to analyze and interpret the key trends in the event industry. I hope that you will take the chance to join us, and please do not hesitate to keep in touch with us for any clarification and curiosity you might have about the two diploma programs.
Thank you very much, Antonio and Deborah, for your presentation and for being with us today from Milan. Let me hand over the floor to Dr. Swati on the program requirements. Swati, over to you.
Thank you, Michele. Hello, everyone. Let me introduce you all about myself. My name is Swati Prasad, and I'm the education manager from SD Bocconi. But I'm very much based here in Doha, in Al Pida Tower, very close to you all, to stay connected with you directly through the email, phone calls. You can pay a visit here, and to troubleshoot or to provide you with any sort of feedback that you might want to understand further about the program or anything during the program. So all sort of assistance that you can possibly think about during the program. So I'm always here for your assistance. Now, the idea about me having here in this session is to make you understand how to apply for the two diploma programs. Okay, so the basic requirement to apply is to have a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution. And the second requirement is about having a good command in English. Since the program is going to be delivered in English, we would appreciate that the delegate has a level of English understanding of English language. However, there will be simultaneous translation in Arabic language. How to graduate the program, the diploma program? So like any other institution, you will have to have this minimum 80% of attendance for the diploma program. But here I would like to emphasize on the fact, just not the physical attendance that we look forward to. We also look forward to your active participation, your interaction with your classmates or with the professors. And the second part of, where you will be required to graduate the program is to complete the assignments. So as Professor Antonio mentioned earlier, there will be 6 blocks for each diploma program. It will be spread over a period of year time. And at the end of each block, you will be required to submit 2 pieces of assignment. And towards the end of the diploma program, there will be one final project presentation. However, this project presentation is going to be a group presentation. So with this, you will be able to understand your classmates better, to work with them. And since they come from different background, it will be very interesting for you all to engage yourself in that. Other than that, very important piece of information is also about the application link about Josoor Institute. So you can go to www.josoorinstitute.qa, where you will be able to look at the menu bar, click onto the education. You will have detailed information about both the diploma programs in detail. Click on the arrow, select on wish list. So if you have registered with us in the past for any other program at Josoor Institute, you do not have to create a new account. But if you are a new participant, new candidate with us, you'll have to create an account, and thereafter you'll have to furnish us with all the required documents. The fee for the program, it's Qatari Riyal 33,000. And that's all about it. For any other information that you would want to have, that it's there in your mind, we'll be opening up the answer question flow to you all. Other than that, you can contact us through the email, which is on the next slide. It's delegate@josoorinstitute.qa. So over to you, Michele. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Swati, for your section of the presentation. And we are now happy to welcome questions that you might have. I will check the chat. Pardon me?
We continue.
Okay, sure, perfect. So, is there any question from anyone's end?
When are the application going to start?
It has already started. We have already published both the programs on the website. You can visit and you can start applying from now, and it will be open until first week of January.
And you have some number of spaces available, or how it works?
It is first come first serve basis, and we also look out for the delegates that we would like to have it in the program. But definitely, we only decide once we have collected all the applications.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christina, for the question. Any other question? Let me open the chat. To image sure it can be done. How about a student from Yemen? Let me answer this question, or let me try to answer this question, given that this is not an easy time for traveling. So a delegate, an applicant from Yemen, first of all, is more than welcome to apply and to go through the process, bearing in mind, however, that there might be visa or travel restrictions that we may have to face. And again, this is I would like to emphasize, this is a temporary answer, because as you can imagine, we also have to monitor the situation as it evolves. I hope this answers your question. Let me, sorry, I'm just admitting somebody. Let me go through other question. Yeah, which is related in a way. Will there be attendance, or is it online diploma? I will offer an answer on behalf of Josoor, and maybe also ask Professor Dino to share. Our main goal is to deliver an experience that is first in class to everyone, irrespective of the specific conditions which we may all be facing. Josoor and SDA Bocconi School of Management are ready anytime to deliver the program offline, or if the circumstances force us to do so online. And there is an incredibly strong expertise at SDA Bocconi also in online delivery, as testified by our ongoing collaboration on the current group of students. Dino, would you like to add any comment to that?
No, just a follow-up on this, because obviously we need to, so the big challenge is to understand the next months. So if I understand, the question is it will be online or not, and this is obviously the goal is to be there physically, but this is something that may change in any moment, and we are ready to deliver a high quality, high engagement program. That's exactly what we have done in the last blocks of the current cohort. We have a methodology specifically developed for online courses, and this is going well. So Josoor is collecting block by block feedbacks from the delegates. Some of them are able to say that obviously there are differences with a certain plus, for instance, because the participation is different. The online component may give more flexibility in certain on certain things. So we are leveraging technology in order to combine the business needs with the learning needs. So far is going well. For this reason, we are ready to deliver both face-to-face or online, and we may say that the quality will be the same.
Thank you very much, Dino. Noor is asking about scholarship, specifically to scholarships. We would like to suggest you to contact us directly. These are considered on a case-by-case basis, based on various parameters. But again, it's on a case-by-case basis. But please do not hesitate to contact us to ask any question in relation to that. Another topic which I see emerging in a few questions as I look at the chat is certification, which is a topic that is always relevant to applicants and to current delegates. First and foremost, the value of this program is for you as a professional, either a professional that is in the middle of her career and would like to step up her knowledge and skill set, or maybe at the beginning of your career as you've exited, as you've just come out of college, or maybe if you are in another sector, but because you are getting excited about World Cup or sports and events industry in general, you would be interested to actually develop your skill set laterally to what you have been doing so far. So that's the most important aspect for us. In terms of formal certification, this is something that we take seriously and that we are exploring with the different bodies in charge of that. Dino, would you like to add any point to what I've just said?
No, I totally agree. The what we like to say as an advanced program, postgraduate program, the quality of this kind of certificate is linked to the quality of the institutions that are organizing the program. So this is the Josoor Institute and SDA Bocconi together. They're able to create something very unique, and this is absolutely something that goes with international standards. So I show you before rankings. Rankings go with accredited institutions. So we received a visit from international institutions to verify the quality of our knowledge, the quality of our delivery, and also Josoor is a good partner in order to improve the way in which we deliver. So in the future, it will be more and more about the reputation of institutions. So this is a postgraduate program. It's a diploma program, and it is by definition an international recognition.
Thank you, Dino, for your further clarification. There is actually a beautiful question that I saw. How do I support your goals in my country? That's a fantastic question for us because it's very much in line with the vision and mission of Josoor as a center of excellence in sports and events management in Qatar and the MENA region. I assume Buzekri asked in relation to his own country. We are actually developing more and more. We're going to develop more and more activities in the future to make sure that we serve users and students and professionals who either are from other countries but based in Qatar, or in also their countries of origin. This is it is to many extent one of the fundamental areas of development for Josoor. So thank you for asking that, and please feel free to stay in touch with us after this session.
I would like to ask you something. Are you creating an alumni community or something with the people they graduated? So because all of us, maybe we are from different countries and whatever, and then maybe we can be part of some community after this course, and then be in touch and help each other, and share jobs opportunities and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Thank you. First, thank you, Christina. This is another important question. We regularly contact our delegates and alumni, primarily for information about the Josoor activities, and we are gradually building a more structured alumni community. For example, before the end of the year, we are probably going to have a small series of online sessions specifically dedicated to building the alumni community, also in relation to a very important aspect, which is job placement. So we are interested to know what our alumni are doing, what they might have been doing after and building on their education experience with us, and also how they can, I think, as you are saying, how they can contribute as a network of professionals going forward. So thank you for mentioning that, Christina. It's an important point for us.
Thank you.
Any other question or comment? I see the chat is I don't see new messages on chat. Anyone would like to share any comment by voice? Okay. So I think we can wrap up. Is there any positive chances to join the FIFA World Cup in 2022? That's a good question. We cannot obviously we cannot promise our alumni that they will be working on the FIFA World Cup in 2022. That is basically a function of the roles which are available. But for sure, because of the stronger link of Josoor with the football family and the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, to which we formally belong, we are certainly close to the organization of the World Cup. So I don't like to say there is any positive chances, because it would not be serious to answer yes, but we work closely with this organization, and so it is we are in a very interesting position. And I see, as I was wrapping up, but it's great, there are a few other questions. One is, are all the modules done in classrooms or over the internet, live like this session? The program is a program in the classrooms. As a matter of fact, amid the current situation with the pandemic, the program has been migrated to online delivery. But we actually, we hope to be able to offer the program as soon as possible again in the classroom. And also based on what we have learned actually from the recent experience, also in a blended configuration. So we on one hand, we have been obviously reacting to the emergency to make sure that the value for our delegates continued to be created. At the same time, we have been learning so much together with our delegates about delivering our education. So it's in a way, even though we would have not liked the pandemic to start, of course, but there have been very interesting lessons for us in terms of delivering quality program. Is there any formal invitation will be given to me to apply for visa to come to Qatar? That is something that I would suggest you to write to us separately, because we cannot assure that even the moment you are admitted to the program, you would be getting the visa. So it's an important topic. Thank you for mentioning that, and feel free to stay in touch with us, especially if you are planning to apply and if you are selected. Thank you, Wahib. Any other question or comment? I would also like to mention, as you registered for this session, we will be most welcome to send you regular information about Josoor, about online sessions that we organize regularly, about new program, and so on. So these are opportunities for us not only to share more together with our partners about the program of Josoor, but also to build our network and community going forward. Before I conclude, I was wondering, Dino or the colleagues at Bocconi, would you like to share some closing remarks? And let me also emphasize, thank you guys so much for being with us today, given that the challenging situation, especially in the region of Milan this week. Dino.
Thank you very much, Michele. I want to say just a couple of words about what we learned in the last two cohorts, because of the partnership between SDA Bocconi and Josoor next year with the program that we are presenting today will represent the third edition. And I want to say that for us it's a great pleasure and honor to work together with the delegates because for them is a life-changing experience. So the people in sport and major events, when they attend Josoor initiatives, they work with Sdabokoni faculty members, the speakers, the type of activities that we deliver, they always say, oh, I'm having an impact. This is having an impact in my career. And this is, we want to be seen from you as a sort of boost of your career, professional career, giving a different view of the topic that we will deliver. And this will be absolutely fine, both face-to-face, online, and Josoor is organizing a lot of alumni activities. And when you enter in the diploma program, you will belong to a professional family, very strong, very international.
Thank you very much, Dino. So with no further ado, I would really love to thank everyone who joined this session of Josoor today. This session will be edited for being posted on the website of Josoor later on, for those who might have missed it or might want to share it with their friends and contacts. So I would like to thank, first of all, our colleagues at SDA Bocconi School of Management, our partner for the diploma program, Professor Dino, Professor Antonio, and Deborah, and Dr. Swati here with us, and Luca, program manager on the Bocconi side. And on the Josoor side, I would like to thank Vasco, Shahid, Abid, Rania, Sheila, and all the other colleagues that work closely with us every day on making sure that the experience for our delegates is really unique. So thank you so much. Also on behalf of Afra Al-Nimi, our executive director, who could not be with us today. And we very much look forward to staying in touch with you in the coming weeks. I'm so glad that the last message is from somebody in Jakarta. That's fabulous. It's great. And yes, so we look forward to staying in touch. And thank you so much for your time and for being with us today.